Hi friends, this is your pal Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we're going to talk about the new 2025 Ben Wang, Ralph Macchio, Jackie Chan, absolute banger film, Karate Kid Legends. It is way better than I expected it to be, and better than the original Karate Kid. Better, it is by far. It is the best Karate Kid movie ever made, and it's not by like a little bit, it's by a large margin. And today I want to talk about some ancient martial arts master wisdom that came out of Karate Kid Legends that is 100% accurate to Dungeons and Dragons, and that we need to adopt for Dungeons and Dragons immediately. Right? Like, so here it is. So there's this. So spoilers for Karate Kid Legends here. So one of the things that is phenomenal in this film is the idea of inversion. So if you're creating Karate Kid's Legends, right, you need to be faithful to the intellectual property, and you also need to be aware of intellectual property gravity. So on Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi is intellectual property gravity. He's such a powerful character. He's so memorable, and it's one of those times where the written character is epic, and the portrayal is better. Like, it pluses what was put on the page, right? And it creates something that it has really not been matched since, right? So, but what's really fascinating is they inverted this in the film in Karate Kid Legends, and you have Li Fong, a young kung fu martial artist, teach an old man how to fight, which is this pizza owner who has got himself and his daughter in danger by borrowing money from loan sharks, right? And it's absolutely brilliant. And when Li Fong is teaching him, he starts to, they're going to do the wax off, wax on, right? And so, of course, he's going to get pizza dough out, But before he does that, we're all expecting that. But he says something brilliant. He says, the first rule of Kung Fu is everything is Kung Fu. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's it. The first rule of Dungeons and Dragons is everything is Dungeons and Dragons. And I just got so excited. I almost shouted at the screen. Like, I love this movie. I literally was crying tears of joy when I watched this film. And the reason why is I didn't expect anything from this film. I really expected nothing from this film. And because I was like, oh, they didn't even incorporate the Cobra Kai. And they did. They left the Cobra Kai behind, but it was so good. And I think and this is my life, right? Like, this kid's like, hey, the first rule of Kung Fu is everything is Kung Fu. You process your entire life through Kung Fu. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I'm doing with Dungeons and Dragons. I am processing my entire life with Dungeons and Dragons. Now, at first, there was some danger in that, and that is my evangelical Christianity. Like, that has to come first. But one of the things that's really fantastic is it does meld, right? Like, Gary Gygax, the first question of Dungeons and Dragons is, are you evil or good, right? Like, and that's on your character sheet. And trust and believe, that has nothing to do with your character. That was Gary Gygax going, do you suck as a person? Maybe don't, right? Like, and that, like, the first rule of Dungeons and Dragons is everything is Dungeons and Dragons. Your character sheet is a map of your life. It's a map of your original identity, and it is a ladder to get to your new identities, right? And like Gary Gygax was like, one piece of paper and you add a new identity. The world can't do this, but you can now, and this is a superpower. One more session and you have a new narrative. Everybody else in life gets one story. You get 30. Everybody else in this life, their heart beats on one world. Your heart beats on 30 worlds. You will see the sunrise on 30 worlds. And the first rule of Dungeons and Dragons is everything is Dungeons and Dragons. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider like and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.